Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today we are going to be doing my autumn reset and awesome TBR. This will consist of me doing a little bit of cleaning. I really want to clean up the box room. I have a friend coming to stay over on the weekend and I need to get that box room cleaned up. I've been meaning to do it for months now, so it's about time I did it. So I'm going to clean that up, and I'm also going to decorate this library. I have brought all of my decorations up from downstairs, so I'm looking forward to doing that as well. It's going to give me all the autumn feels, and then we will come back and we will do my autumn TBR, what books I am thinking / planning, intending to read throughout the months of autumn. For me, autumn is, it's actually like, for me personally, mid-August right through till just after Halloween, I would say. I like to then get into winter and festive mode in November. So maybe like the first week or two in November is still autumn for me, but then I like to get into Christmas and festive mode, try and extend it as long as I possibly can. Halloween and Christmas are my favourite holidays of the year. Autumn and winter are my favourite seasons of the year. Autumn more so the older I get. But yeah, I like to prolong them for as long as I possibly can. So I'm really excited. I have put this on just for the time being, but I will change into something a little bit more autumnal / spoopy when I do my TBR. But for the time being, this won't cling to me as much, and it's very, very warm today. We're battling the warm weather with decorating for autumn. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? I will clear that room out first, and then I will get into decorating in this room. Let's go. Okay, so project number 1 of this reset is to sort this room out. Gavin is coming on Friday, and it's been needing to be done for a while. I have already made a little bit of a start on it, and there is a bunch of stuff on the landing that already needs to go downstairs to the bin or into the garage for storage. But yeah, this is the first room that needs to be sorted. This is the airbed. It's not permanent fixture here, but I've left it up recently. So yeah, I think I'm going to put a load of washing in. So that will get the basket out of the way. And then I have also, all of that junk on the landing has come from this gap here. So I've already put stuff on this bookshelf to get out of the way. I need to clear this lot up. These are all like my Funko Pops. I need to decide what to do with them. Clear this little box up, clear that box up, and sort it all out, put it in places. This, other than that blanket on the top, is a pile of stuff for the charity shop. These wood pieces are what used to be my wardrobe. If I could get them down to the garage as well, that would be fantastic, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to manage it on my own. And then I need to find somewhere to put this unit as well. If I can get that down to the garage, that would be great, but again, don't know if I'm going to manage that on my own, and obviously Andy's not here. He is away on holiday, so I need to sort this room out. This is project number 1 on the autumn reset. I thought I would give you a little before, and then we can do an after when it is done. So I'm hoping that I can get this done pretty rapidly so that I can move on to the exciting bits, which is decorating for fall.
I don't wanna let you down. It's the only thing I think about every morning. You know my life ain't figured out, but I promise if you stick around it'll never get boring. We'll spend nights, cheap red wine, look at flats even though we can't afford them. I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna lose you now. Will you stay, even when you wanna walk away? When times get bad, we can learn to love what we have. I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna mess around. You're the only one I want there at the end of my story. It's the only thing I figured out, 'cause everything else in my life without you would be boring. And we'll spend nights, cheap red wine, look at flats even though we can't afford them. I don't wanna let you down, lose you now. I don't wanna let you down.
Okay, so this is what the room is looking like after. It's not perfect. Again, I would have loved to have taken these pieces of wood out that used to be in my old wardrobe, but I just don't think I can do that on my own. I did manage to get the drawers that were here down into the garage on my own, but alas, this is as good as it's going to get while I'm here on my own. That stack of books I need to go through with my dad because a lot of those are his, but otherwise the construction ones that are mine can go. I don't need them anymore. This has ended up looking a little bit more full and cluttered than I would like, but it's just to get stuff off the floor, in all honesty. My apologies if you can hear that. They're doing construction outside. And the airbed is still up for the time being because I do have Gavin coming on Friday. So I have put all of the bedding in the wash so that can be washed and fresh, but you can actually get in this room now and move around. Gav will be able to, you know, open up his suitcase and have some actual room in this room. If this is where he chooses to sleep, he can sleep in the library, he can sleep downstairs, wherever he wants to. But yeah, so this is the room after. You've seen it before. I'm feeling much better about this. I've hoovered it, I've done the dusting, and then I've hoovered it, doing it the right way around. But yeah, I'm feeling so much better about this. It looks so much better. My apologies if I didn't get too much of the cleaning in. I just got on with it, in all honesty, and I managed to get it done in a 55-minute sprint. So very proud of myself for being super productive. Happy with how it's looking. That window could probably do with a clean, but there's bird shit on the outside anyway, so does it really matter? I don't know. But yeah. The landing is also looking better. Just ignore that part. I've just had my dinner and it needs to go downstairs. This plant also needs to go downstairs. It needs to, I think it's pretty much dead. It needs to go in the bin. But yeah, this has all been hoovered as well, and I've put a bunch of stuff underneath the bed in the bedroom. All of the upstairs has been hoovered and all of the downstairs. So I've been pretty productive this morning. So it's time to get on with decorating my favourite place. So let's do that.
Quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. I have made a lot of mistakes. I have been too self-involved, been protective of my feelings, but somehow you made me fall. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall. And I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. Of my heart to reassure that it couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall. And I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want.
I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house. I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. I know the hour's getting late. I shouldn't sit here contemplating. I just can't stop thinking about us. I won't forget a single thing, from drunken nights to Sunday mornings, and how you smile at me. Wish you stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be.
Okay, hello. The room is now decorated. I've done some decoration downstairs as well. Probably much to Andy's dismay when he gets home from his holiday. But alas, I don't care. I'm really happy with how it's come out. I forgot just how many pumpkins I actually had, and I'm really glad that I got some more of the candles as well. These are not real, so don't panic. I don't have real lit candles on my shelves. I have suddenly noticed though how dim my other ones are, so I may need to replace the batteries in those. But I am here now to go through with you my autumn TBR. I have lots of books here that I would really like to read in autumn. Where I think I'm finding the time, I don't know, and I could make some themed vlogs out of these as well. If I have some ideas in mind, I will let you know as I'm going through them. But I am going to start off with a reread, and it is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I am going to an event with BK Borison at the end of October, and I am very excited to read Good Spirits by BK Borison, which is what the event is for, which is a book that I will end up reading in October, despite the fact that it's a Christmas book. It is what it is. But Sangu Mandana is going to be there with her. So I have recently read A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping and loved it, and I annotated it, and I want to go back through and annotate my American edition of Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches so I can take them both with me and get them signed. I do have the Fairy Loot edition of this, and I have the Fairy Loot edition of A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping coming, but I don't know if it's going to come before the event, so I will take these with me instead. I'm fairly certain they're signed anyway, I'm not sure, but I'll take these with me instead. They will be annotated and I can get them signed and personalised, and that's exciting. So I would like to do a reread of this one. Then I do have a couple of books that have a theme to them, and I think I could make a vlog out of. So like a haunted vlog, whether that be that the book is set in a haunted house, or whether it's got some form of haunt in the title. So I do have The Invited by Jennifer McMahon, which is set in a haunted house, and I have Haunt Your Heart Out by Amber Roberts, just to show you examples of two of these. I do have a couple of others with the word haunt in the title on my Kindle. I actually have another one here that I haven't pulled out. The Haunting, which is a slasher, but it's got the word haunt in it as an example. It's probably another one that would go in this vlog, to be fair. And then just a couple of haunted house books as well would be great. So let me know if you think that would be an interesting read, or whether you think I should just stick to haunted house books in a haunted house vlog, or whether you think it's nice to have the combination of books with the word haunt in the title that are of different genres maybe, and then haunted house books as well, and it's just a haunted vlog. If you like, let me know if you're interested in that one. As I say, this one is a slasher, this one is a cutesy romance, and this one is a haunted house story. So those three would be interesting, I think, maybe together or just the haunted house vlog. Let me know your thoughts on that, and if you've got any haunted house stories for me, because I've read a lot of mine already. So if you've got any for me, let me know. Another slasher that I do have is The Blonde Dies First by Joelle Wellington. I got this last year and I haven't yet had a chance to pick it up, and I would really like to do so this year during spooky season, so I feel like this one could be good to read. I do feel like this was maybe a summer slasher, so maybe this is one to read earlier on in autumn, but I feel like it could be an interesting one. Then I do have Suburban Hell by Maureen Kilmer. I ended up picking this one up because I saw Jodie reading it not too long ago and she was really enjoying it. So I think that there's an exorcism in here. I'm not sure fully, but it does say on the back, what's a little demonic exorcism among friends? So I'm assuming there is an exorcism in here. I would also like to read my best friend's reread, even my best friend's exorcism. Just don't know where that, oh, it's right there. This one, I would love to reread this. I haven't read this for years. And when I did read it for the first time, I gave it 3 stars, but I was very early on in my horror era. I feel like I may appreciate this more these days. So maybe I could do an exorcism vlog if anybody's got any other exorcism books to recommend me. I could read The Exorcism, but The Exorcist, sorry, that's based off of the movie, but I don't know if I'm interested in that one. If you have any other exorcism books to recommend me, let me know. I'm not sure if Mary by Nat Cassidy is an exorcism book. I'm not sure if it is. I don't think it is. But yeah, I would like to reread my best friend's exorcism and read Suburban Hell. I also have Mayfly here, which I think would be really interesting. Another slasher, if I remember correctly as well. So I think this could be a good one to read. A bolder, bloodier one inspired by the pages of American Psycho. Step aside, Patrick Bateman. It's Maeve's turn with the knife. I think she's like a princess at a similar kind of park to Disney, and then things start to go a little bit weird. She haunts the dive bars with a drink in one hand and a book in the other, imitating her misanthropic literary heroes. But when Gideon Green, her best friend's brother, moves to town, he awakens something dangerous within her, and the world she knows suddenly shifts beneath her feet. Sounds fantastic. I've heard good things. So I'm excited for that one. Then I do have a cute witchy one, and I've got The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brianne Randall. This has been on my TBR for so fucking long, and it's about time I got to it, in all honesty. This came out in actually 2023. It feels like it's been on my TBR so much longer than that. But I do have another one from this author that came out last year or this year. Spell Strings and Forgotten Things. So I would like to read this one first because I've had it on my TBR longer. And this is for fans of Practical Magic and Gilmore Girls. The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic is a debut novel that explores the shields we build around our hearts to retain our own magic. Cute. Yes, please. Then I do have Salem's Fall by Rectock Ross. This would be perfect for spooky season. Look at those pumpkins. It sounds really good. The Silence of the Lambs meets Labyrinth in this dangerously addictive blend of twisty psychological thriller, legal suspense, and gothic dark romance. Yes, please. Give me all the combinations. I think this is another haunted house one. So this could go in that haunting vlog that I was just talking about with the haunting, haunt your heart out and the invited, or it could just go in a haunted house vlog if that's what you would prefer from me. But We Live Here Now by Sarah Pinborough. I've heard many good things about this one. Fairly certain that this is a thriller horror cross, I'm not sure, but essentially I think Emily wakes up from a coma and her husband decides that they're going to get away from the city life and they're going to move to a very kind of like isolated place, move to the wild moors of Devon with her husband Freddie. A fresh start is exactly what their marriage needs. But Emily's heart starts to sink when they pull up outside their lodge that they're pulling into, and she finds the empty suite on the second floor, a room so bleak, so cold, so void of anything good. Something bad happened in here. Someone died in here. Why can't Freddie feel the darkness that stirs within its walls? There's something wrong with the house, this strange house, where the floorboards creak at night and doors rattle, the windows slam shut, the taps turn on and off. But the house is hiding something, so are Emily and Freddie. I think what's going to happen is that Emily's going to notice these things, Freddie is not, and he's going to think that there's something wrong with her following her coma. So that should be an interesting one and I'm excited. Then we do have Mary by Nat Cassidy. I would really love to get to this one. I think I got this late last year, and since reading When the Wolf Comes Home, I've been very excited about picking this one up. I do keep putting it off because it will be a physical read, but after physically reading When the Wolf Comes Home, I know Nat's writing style is quite easy to get through, so I'm really looking forward to this one. This is his debut as well. So An Awakening of Terror blends Midsummer with elements of American Psycho and a pinch of I'll Be Gone in the Dark. I loved I'll Be Gone in the Dark, and I have watched Midsummer, and I've seen American Psycho a very, very, very long time ago. So I'll be interested in this one. I think it's going to be really, really good. And I also have Nestlings as well. If I could get to this fall, that would be great too. But I'm also not going to rush this one because I feel like this will be a nice one to have in my back pocket. Nat Cassidy's books are very difficult to come by in the UK, and it's only because When the Wolf Comes Home has been published. I don't know who it was published by, to be honest. Titan published this one, and Nightfire have published these. I don't know if they're the same. Oh, Tor. Yeah, it's been really difficult to get these in the UK, so I don't know what the difference has been, but if I could get to Mary, that I'd be buzzing about that. If I manage to get Nestlings in as well, I'd be happy with that, but if not, I'm not too mad about it. I'll happily pick that up at some point next year, maybe. But yeah, I would really like to read Mary for sure. Then I would like to reread Belladonna by Adeline Grace, because I haven't yet continued on with this series with Foxglove and Wisteria. And I know Holly's coming out later on, well, soon, actually, very, very soon. So I would like to reread this one because it's been many a year since I read this. When did this even come out? 2022. I think I read it that year, and I really enjoyed it. I remember thinking back on this quite fondly actually, but I think I only actually gave it 3 stars, which is interesting. So again, I think I would appreciate it more these days, the gothic vibes of this and the gothic romance of it. I think I would appreciate that a lot more these days than I did back then. So I really want to reread this one and then continue on with the series, and if I can finish it this year, that would be fantastic, but I'm not going to put the pressure on. Just want to reread this at least during fall and continue if I can. So yeah, I would love to reread that one. Then I do have The Library at Hellbore by Cassandra Khaw. I have read something from Cassandra Khaw before, and I quite liked it actually. It was Nothing But Blackened Teeth. I know that's got a lot of people split, but I quite liked it. But I would be interested in reading this one. This is the Evernight copy, and it's not too long. So I feel like this one could be a good one to read. Again, it's a physical read. There's no audiobook for this one. But this is it's a horror, and it's got an academic vibe to it as well. The Hellbore Technical Institute for the Gifted is the premier academy for the dangerously powerful, the Antichrists and Ragnaroks, the World Eaters and Apocalypse Makers. Hellbore promises redemption, acceptance, and a normal life after graduation. At least that's what Alicia Lee is told when she's kidnapped and forcibly enrolled. But there's more to Hellbore than meets the eye. On graduation day, the faculty go on a ravenous rampage, feasting on Alessa's class. Only Alessa and a group of her classmates escape the carnage. Trapped in the school's library, they must offer a human sacrifice every night, or else their faculty will break down the door and kill everyone. Sounds fascinating, and this cover is pretty terrifying, I will say. So I'm looking forward to that one. I would also like to read Immortal Dark by Tiger Skirmer, because this is on my 25 books in 2025 and I haven't picked it up yet. This is a vampire book, so I feel like this one could be a good one to be picking up during spooky season. It's a tale as old as time, bloodthirsty vampires, innocent maiden, except this maiden isn't so innocent. This maiden is a murderer. Dangerously romantic black vampire trilogy. Sign me up. I also have another witchy one from last year, which is The Bell Witches from Lindsay Kelk. I love Lindsay Kelk's contemporary stuff. I haven't read anything from her for a couple of years, but the I Heart series is one of my all-time favourite series. So I would like to pick this one up. It is a witchy read, and it sounds interesting. There is always a before and an after. Before Bell House, before I fell in love, after I took a life. There's no bond greater than magic. After Emily's father tragically dies, she is forced to live with the only family she has left, an aunt and a grandmother in the heart of Savannah, Georgia, in a house as beautiful as it is mysterious. But all is not what it seems with the Bell family. They're hiding a magical secret. When Emily meets the alluring Wynne, she forms a connection that feels like it was always meant to be. As the sparks between them grows more powerful, her life takes an exhilarating, terrifying turn. But every step closer to him takes a step further away from her family. Emily will soon find out that blood is always thicker than water. It sounds really good, and I've heard, I think, mixed things, but I've heard pretty good things, I think. And then I'm also interested in The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig. I haven't read anything from this author before, but it sounds really interesting. Again, this is the Evernight edition, and I'm intrigued. A group of friends investigates the mystery of a strange staircase in the woods in this mesmerising horror. Sounds good. I also have a list of books that are coming out during spooky season as well that I would be interested in reading. So I'll just flick through some of those with you pretty quickly as well. Obviously, Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood. It is on my September TBR. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll leave it linked up here and also down below. But Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood, as I've previously mentioned, Sangu Mandana. Oh no, that's a different event. I'm going seeing Lucy Jane Wood at the beginning of October, so I do want to read that before I go to that event. There is also They Own the Night by Amy McCaw. Really looking forward to reading that one. I really enjoyed the Mina and the Undead series from Amy, so I'm looking forward to this one. Hopelessly T-Voted by Audrey Goldberg Ruoff. I've ordered this one, pre-ordered it from Blackwell's, and this cover is just stunning. I'm so excited to give this one a read. Tory Season by Bryn Weaver. I need me some more serial killer romances. I just don't know how to explain myself, in all honesty, but I'm very excited for that one. I'm intrigued by Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I think that one looks really good, and I'm really intrigued by the premise of this one, so that one as well, for sure. Love at First Fright by Nadia El Fassi. I actually have an arc of this one, so I'm hoping to get to that one before it comes out in October, but I'm very much so looking forward to it, as well as Will in Prey by Ali Oleander. I've got an arc of that one too, so I would like to get to that one before it comes out. Mate by Ali Hazelwood, very excited about that one. 8114 by Joshua Hall. Also have an arc of this, so I would like to get to it. I've had an arc of that one actually for so long, since last year I think, but I would like to get to that one before it comes out too. I've also got an arc of Thirsty by Lucy Lehane. I think that's how you pronounce that. I would like to get to that one before it comes out as well. As I've mentioned, Good Spirits by BK Borison. I know it's a Christmas one, but still. Undead and Unwed by Sam Tashida. Sounds so fucking good, and I'm really excited about it. I have an arc of that one. It sounds fantastic. And I'm very excited about Hazel Thorne by C.G. Drews, because I really enjoyed Don't Let the Forest In. It was very good, so I'm really looking forward to Hazelthorne as well. And yeah, then we're getting into like November releases, so I don't know if they would necessarily count. Obviously Empire of the Dawn comes out early November, and Free in the Wild does come out early November as well. I have an arc of that one too. So yeah, we then get into the later November ones, but there is a lot on my TBR there. I know there's quite a lot there, and I've pretty much essentially just set my next 3 months TBRs. But I'm excited about all of those books. I'm really hoping that I can get to a good chunk of them. Fingers crossed. Let me know in the comments down below what is on your autumn TBR. Are you setting yourself a specific autumn TBR? Is there anything for you that you're excited about coming out during autumn? There are so many releases for me that I'm excited about, and so many that I've pre-ordered. It's out of control. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope that you like my decorations. They look very similar to last year, if not the exact same, but I like them regardless. I am a girl of simple tastes. I would keep these up all year round if I could, but I'm not sure that I should do that. So gives me a little bit of joy every time I do it. But yeah, chat to me in the comments down below. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.